Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Still Rules. I'm Big Million, and sitting across from me, as always, is my brother from another mother, Jay Matson. What's happening, Jay?
Not too much, man. I gotta say that the episode from last week, the Techno Destructo episode, was easily by far our most listened to episode.
Oh, it's like double.
Yeah,
the listens. Our previously most listened to episode was.
Yeah, so thank you to everyone who took the time to listen to our podcast. I mean, it really means a lot to us. And we've had a bunch more international listeners. We've had several from Canada, a couple from France, Ireland, the Philippines, Russia, Argentina, Japan, Australia, some from the UK. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
It's all fucking crazy to me, man.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Just to know that, there's people that are actually giving us a shot, I mean, in this day and age, you have your choice of wrestling podcasts, and we're pleased that you chose Wrestling Still Rules.
You're doing the sales
even
pitch
if
now.
it was just for the Techno Destructo episode. I mean, maybe we drew you in, for a future episode.
We've got more guests coming, and we're always working on getting more and more people on, people with some notoriety. So
yeah. And this week we have a special guest host for the Friday the 13th episode. And we'll be discussing this week's Extreme Rules pay-per-view.
But before we get into all that, let us pay some bills and tell you about Gremlin Juice. We'd like to extend our thanks to GremlinJuice.com for becoming our first sponsor. Based in Olympia, Washington, Gremlin Juice offers some of the most unique, affordable, and flavorful e-liquids on the market, including their world-famous, often imitated but never duplicated, vanilla custard. It doesn't matter if you're new to the vaping world, Gremlin Juice has something for you. Rich, the owner of Gremlin Juice, even created a promo code just for you, the Wrestling Still Rules listener. I've been a loyal customer since 2013 and only have positive things to say about Gremlin Juice. You can even save 15% off your order by using the code WSR15. Remember, that's gremlinjuice.com and use the promo code WSR15. Gremlin Juice. If it tastes good, vape it.
All right, so we've been asked a few times for more info on our intro song. The song is called Compelled, and it's off the album Summon the Destroyer by Mobile Deathcamp, and it's available for download on iTunes and Amazon.
And you can also pick it up by catching Mobile Deathcamp live on the Ground and Pound Summer Tour when it comes near you. Check out mobiledeathcamp.net for tour dates. And that brings us to our guest host this week, the lead guitarist and singer for Mobile Deathcamp, Todd Evans. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Hey, man, greetings and salutations to you both. And to all the tens of hundreds of millions out there in Never Land.
All right, so tell everyone a little bit about Mobile Deathcamp and what you guys are all about before we get into wrestling.
Well, Mobile Deathcamp is the world's only three-man quartet, and we like to think that we're something spatial, some kind of thrash punk speedy combo kind of vicious thing with no evil overtones, but still kind of. I really don't know where I'm going with that, but
I was going to say,
yeah,
you got me confused a little bit.
Have a good time, Just come out and have a good time with us. We're gonna have fun. Bring your own helmet. That's something might be required. Maybe some wrist guards in case you fall down. I don't know, a mouth guard, some breath mints.
Yeah, breath mints help.
Yeah, no shit.
You never know, man.
All right, man. Now, you and I have been friends for almost 20 years now, and I don't think you and I have ever really had the discussion. But when did you get into pro wrestling? Who were some of your favorites growing up?
Oh, well, I can remember before cable TV and before satellite TV, and I'm over here shaking my cane at you. You fucking whippersnapper. You kids and your Nintendo and your Steely Dan. I like the fucking, we used to watch the TV, so you'd get like three major channels, ABC, NBC, CBS.
Right.
And then, I live just north of Toledo inside of Michigan, so I'm like 40 minutes south of Detroit. And then we'd get Detroit TV sometimes, but it would be really fuzzy. Like there was a couple channels on UHF or VHF, channel 20 out of Detroit and channel 50 out of Detroit. And on Sunday mornings, they would have wrestling. Okay, now I'm coming to the part that you originally asked me about. So they would have wrestling, and we'd kind of watch it like through, it was really grainy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like trying to explain an alien activity to you.
It was one of those situations where, like, as long as it was a good day and the sun was shining and the certain temperature, you'd get this channel.
Exactly.
Kind of like in Married with Children, where they say assume the Fox viewing positions where everybody's got the foil hanging up all over the place. Exactly. So you kind of watch it, and then sometimes it'll come in good, and then it just started coming in better. And it was like the Von Erichs or the Von Erichs. Maybe that was a little bit later, but Bobo Brazil was the big name then. Bobo Brazil, Dick the Bruiser, the Stomper, Ben Justice, the eighth. At the time, he was the other eighth wonder of the world, Pompero Firpo. And that's just a handle. That's just a name I like to say. Firpo?
Pompero Firpo. And he was like he was probably, I don't know, maybe 6 feet, maybe. I doubt it, though. He was kind of built like Samoa Joe, except he had a fucking big, huge, wild afro like Rikishi, when Rikishi had the kicking big curly fro at one time. And he had, like, he would hold his wrist and point his fingers at the camera like a claw, and he had little Sharpie dots on the ends of his fingers to make it look like he had little fucking spiked claws on the ends of his hand.
Now, what year are we talking about? Like, ballpark?
Fuck. Let's say 73, 74.
Oh, man.
72, 73, something like that.
So that's,
I guess,
probably around
right
like
around
AWA's heyday as well.
that would have been the territory days, yeah. And I think
Chief J Strongbow.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Great Kabuki.
Oh yeah.
That's a name.
Oh man, the Great Kabuki. Look out, he's going for the salt. He always had salt in like his trunks, and then he wore like a clear plastic headband that just went around the front part of his head, and then it was like a strap on the other part, and like he would go to the headband, and you got to really watch out when Kabuki goes to the headband, because
dude, I would love to get some of those old tapes, some of that old footage, and just hear you do commentary on
really,
that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because all you see on the network is like the freaking AWA shit and just whatever Vince bought up,
Well,
yeah.
Vince McMahon owns
Killer Brooks. Killer Brooks was a dude that he kind of had the he looked like, now I'm drawing a blank, the Bludgeon Brother with the long stringy black hair.
Oh,
Harper.
Of course.
Yeah.
Harper. And Killer Brooks had hair like that. He had a big beard, and he had his elbow. He had a fucking big wrap on his, I can't remember which elbow. I think it was his right elbow. But he always had it, and it was rumored that there was a steel plate in his elbow wrap, but they never checked him for it, and they never were like, hey, motherfucker, hey, what's up with the thing, And he would just clock people. He'd clock them with that elbow, just was awesome.
That was one of Lex Luthor's things. Lex Luger. I'm sorry, I just watched fucking Batman versus Superman the other day. That's one of Lex Luger's things when he was in WWF in the early '90s.
Was it when he was the narcissist?
Plate. Yeah, he had the plate in his forearm or his elbow or some shit.
Well, and then Cowboy Bob Orton had a broken forearm for like 20 years. So
20 years. That's a long heel. And speaking of heels, yeah.
What are you?
Tito Santana. I'm just calling names out now.
You know what? I'm
just throwing names out.
I'm all right with the rest of the show, just him throwing out names from the
just randomly, like we're in the middle of discussing the match card, and just all of a sudden,
Doink the Clown,
Steve Lombardo.
Doink.
I knew
Yes.
you and fucking Doink, man. I don't get it.
Dude, you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
you know
I
what
fucking
it
dig
is?
Doink.
I just bought into it. Like they invented him for people to hate, and I love it. I love that people hated him and loved it. And I'm not afraid of clowns. In fact, I am a clown. I just don't wear the suit. But I might wear the Doink costume though to just run through the ring one time. But
That'd be fun.
I'm so old. Oh my God, I can't imagine those guys. I'm just sore from working this week.
So, like, what are some of your favorite matches that you watched growing up?
I like CM Punk versus Doink in the fucking sixth WrestleMania.
I must have missed that one. Is that the one where Punk finally got his main event at WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's where Punk got the fucking clown nose. That was Doink's real finishing move, the clown nose. I actually am suggesting that because well, to all the listeners, you guys know, Jake knows, and I think Jay knows.
Probably.
I'm kind of friends with CM Punk, and I'd say more like acquaintances. So I bother him every once in a while, and he just puts up with it. I guess that's where we're really at. But I'm trying to convince him to come back as Doink.
Oh my God.
That way he can come back and nobody will know who it is, you know, because all the tats will be covered and he'll be doinking it up. Of course, he's got to gain like 40 pounds or something.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit too skinny to be Doink.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that idea or I hate that idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle too.
I just, you know, listening to me talk is like watching wrestling. You don't know what's fake and what ain't. Like,
well,
the guy just keeps going about something.
Yeah, and that was something I was going to bring up later, but since you already brought it up, the deal with Punk, I was going to tell the story about you texting me the day before my birthday, and you're like, dude, check this out. I can't hold on to it anymore. Check this out. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, my God. And then you sent that picture to me, and Jay, you were one of the first people I sent it to. It's CM Punk taking a selfie, like, in his fucking bathroom, and it says, happy birthday, Big Million. And I about shit my pants.
He's holding his dick. So awesome.
You kept that picture for yourself, man. You didn't send me that one.
He's holding little Punk.
And the funny thing about that is that my wife, she was pissed because she's like, I'm so mad that CM Punk told you happy birthday before me. It's like, what?
That was cool. I'm stoked that he did it, man. He's a fucking super nice dude. Super nice dude.
I remember asking.
Like I said, he puts up with me bothering him every once in a while. So.
Well, and I think the stories of people saying, "Oh, he's an asshole to his fans," I think it's because people are coming up to him, "Hey, Phil," or "Hey, Phil Brooks," or coming up to him like an asshole. Yeah, you're gonna get that fucking asshole response.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, you could go up to anyone in the street, like people you've never seen or met or even know anything about, and it's all how you approach someone, you know.
Exactly.
Just the thing with Punk is he gets a bad rap because he's fucking mad famous, you know. He's the best in the world.
Yes. Yes.
And the fucking, you know, so if somebody comes up to him and maybe somebody just, you know, pissed in his Cheerios or his girlfriend, you know, his wife, or he knows what happened, you know, and then they come up and go, "Hey, you got your ass kicked at fucking UFC, you ain't shit, and what are you, fucking 110 pounds?" You know, and then he goes, "Hey, fuck you." And then, "Oh, Punk told me fuck off. He's an asshole."
Yep. That's pretty much how it goes.
Well, and what's funny too, because you said it, people coming up to him and going, "Hey Phil, hey Phil." I asked Todd before. I'm like, "So what do you call him, man? Like, do you say, because you know him, you text him, hey Punk, what's going on? Or hey Phil, how are you?" Or shit like that. And Todd's answer was, I call him Man. What's up, man?
I go, hey, man. But that's pretty much what I call everyone.
I can attest to that.
You know? Hey, man, that's an old fucking stoner in me that never went away. I always said, you know you're a fucking stoner when you address an entire group of people as man.
Or dude.
You know? Like, hey, I'll see all you guys later, man.
And you just told us you were watching Cheech and Chong too.
Yeah, totally. Nice Dreams from the next movie from 1980.
Is that the one with the
next movie?
Mexican Americans? Is that no? That's
Yes.
next movie, right? Yeah. Okay.
Next movie. Yep.
I don't want to sing the other part because you never know. Someone might get offended, and then we're a pariah. So.
You're spoiling the movie for people.
Is it possible to have spoilers in a movie that's
like
almost
a
40 years old?
40-year-old movie?
Like you said, you don't want to say something that's good. What'd you say? Mexican Americans? You're like, hey, somebody's going to get upset. You know what? We should take less time policing our language and spend more time looking at who fucking got elected into the fucking office. You know?
Yeah.
Just to get fucking hard and serious for a second. I mean, you know, we're worried about, oh, he said that's, you know, we have to change the literature, change the language. We need to own the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Everybody's hypersensitive now, and
God damn, man.
You can't joke. It's like nothing's funny anymore because everything's
Nothing can be
offensive.
funny
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm of a mind where everything's funny. Like to me, it's most stuff. I mean, there's a line, but
you know who is funny? He's not a wrestler, as far as I know. Bill Burr.
yeah. Oh, he tells it like it is too.
Bill Burr's fucking funny.
Well, it's just like the movie.
Podcast.
Don't worry, man. We take all sorts of.
Oh yeah,
we
we went in so many different avenues with Techno Hunter last week.
Well, even before that, on the first episode, we started to veer off.
Veer off pretty easily,
and we're gonna get. I know the nerd is coming right now, but we veered off to video games on the first episode too.
Video games.
Well, that's, I mean, you know,
my ant problem.
I'm doing air quotes. Interesting speak is interesting speak. You know, the wrestling podcast don't mean you have to stay on wrestling. It just means wrestling still rules. Yeah, it does. Now, what about bubblegum?
Well,
I don't know.
What kind of bubblegum are you talking about, though, man?
Well, I used to like the Bubble Yum. Do you remember that?
Here we go.
You started it.
You guys probably don't remember there was a gum called Bub's Daddy.
Never heard of it.
And Bub's Daddy came in like it looked like a long worm. And it was about, like a foot and a half long. But I was little and younger then, so it might have been not quite as long. But it was, it was awesome. It was just like when you pump glue out of a fucking Play-Doh factory. Or not glue, but the Play-Doh that just comes streaming out. It was like a long line of Play-Doh was what it looked like. And then it was like, oh man, watermelon, apple, grape, the good flavors.
This is going to be by far the most diverse show that we've done, and we're only 5 episodes in, man.
Oh man, and they were like I said, they're like a foot and a half long, and they were like 10 cents. Like 10 cents each, or 25 cents each.
Holy shit, you got me laughing so hard I'm fucking sweating over here, man. All right.
It's warm here, too.
So just to kind of veer back to track, I know you're friends with WWE's head caterer, and you and I have talked before. It's led to some pretty fucking cool experiences for you.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the cool shit you've seen or done at WWE events.
I got to poop backstage in Cleveland once.
Wasn't quite going for shit like that.
That was pretty awesome. Nobody bothered me. I went to, the first time, it was, man, I was still in Guar, so it was like 2006. I think 2006. And, the event was out at the, at the Q in Cleveland, at the Q Arena, the Quicken Loans Arena.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I think it's still there. The house that LeBron James built and then ran away from twice. You know, he's going to the Lakers now. Anyway, back to the thing. So Jen invites me out there to that. Her name's Jen, the head of catering for the WWE, and she's a fucking wonderful, wonderful human being. She's the red hag of the North. And I lost my place. Oh, so I went to Cleveland, and she gives me her laminate, and she heads back into the kitchen. So now I got this fucking laminate at all access, and I'm just walking around back behind the scenes. But she had already introduced me. That's where I met Punk in Cleveland at that show in like 2006 or 5 or 6. And so cool, man. And at that time, you know, he was pretty new.
Yeah.
He was pretty new, and you know, I'm not patting myself on the back or blowing anybody's horn, but he was like, when I'm talking to her and I'm on my way out there, and he's like, she said, you know who CM Punk is? I said, yeah, I know who that is. And she goes, oh my God, he's all giddy that you know who he is, because he was a Guar fan.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, he was a Guar fan, and he wasn't shit in wrestling. He was just kind of fresh, and he's new. So, but I got that was the time I got to meet. I fucking was standing face to face, well, face to chest with the Taker for a little while.
Nice.
Holy
talking
shit.
to him. He was cool as fuck, man. I was like, of course, I'm like, so which character do you like the best that you've had to do? He's like, oh fuck, man, the biker by far.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So that's like, you know, who you are though, isn't it? He's like, well, yeah, that's why.
They come off like a. You almost did the Chris Farley. Remember when it was 2001?
Yeah.
And
no, I was trying hard not to, but well, and then you know, I'm there with Jen, and everybody loves Jen because she feeds all those motherfuckers, you know, and she's happy and she's cute and they all love her. So she's introduced me to these people, and right away I got this fucking mad in, you know, and but one of the things I'll never forget. Oh, and then finding out who, like, all these guys that are metalheads, you know.
nice.
Like, you remember MVP?
Sure do.
Oh yeah.
He was cool as shit, man. He was a fucking huge metalhead, and he was a Guar fan, and I was surprised at how many dudes knew who Guar was when I got back there and started talking to these guys.
Damn.
And then I started giving Mobile Deathcamp CDs to all these dudes. And then the next time I see them, they're like, yeah, we've been lifting weights and working out to your CD, man. It's fucking great. And I was like,
that's
oh,
fucking cool.
shit. It was Triple H, Taker,
Damn.
MVP, Punk, Dave Bautista. Oh, shit. Who's escaping me now? The other metalhead guys. Ah, fuck. Then one guy that went to I want to say WCW, but that's not right.
Yeah, that's
WCW
whatever. Folded in the early 2000s.
So, but one of the fucking scariest moment was I'm going backstage. I'm meeting these people, and Batista's sitting at the table, and you know that look. He always looks like he's really concerned and like he wants to kill someone. You know,
Very
that look on
serious
his face.
Yeah.
Like that's his look. Like when if he's sitting there just eating dinner, and that's what he looked like.
Now the question I have, was he eating so slow that he became invisible to you?
He was eating a person. That's what it was.
My Avengers joke went nowhere.
He goes. He goes,
Crickets
yeah,
when it
no,
comes
I
to
get it. I get it. I almost stopped today. I saw a dead raccoon on the side of the road. I was going to take a picture of it. I'm not on Facebook, but I wanted to post it and just put Guardian or Galaxy Not Guarded.
You leave that poor rabbit alone.
So we're in catering, and Jen goes, "Oh, have you met Dave?" I said, "No." And I turn around, and Batista's sitting there, and she goes, "Hey, Dave, this is my friend Todd." I go, "How's it going, man?" He looks up at me with that look, and he looks at Jen, he goes, "Is this the fucking new guy?" I was just like, no, no, I'm not the new guy. I won't be fighting anyone, sir.
Like you were about to get broken.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your meal, sir, while I fucking cower out of here.
Now, see, the thing is, though, is since this is, essentially talk radio, what everybody fails to realize, though, is Todd is like 6'5", fucking 350 pounds. He's a big motherfucker.
So it's not outside the realm of possibility for someone
I told
to
him
think he's a
before,
wrestler.
man, you should. I don't understand why you haven't gotten into wrestling. I don't understand it.
Oh, man, my knee, I got bad knees. My one knee was blown out in football because I did the football thing, and then I couldn't hang in wrestling, man. They're not now. Fuck, I'm too old. Some of those guys are getting old too, but they've been doing it,
Yeah, well, shit, this was something I said to you, 15 years ago, if not longer?
Yeah. Well, my knee got blown out when I was 16.
Oh, well, that would
And then
have...
it just kind of, since I'm American, I don't have insurance. I just had the caveman heel, so, now whatever. But, I can get around okay and do everything fine, but I won't be wrestling.
Did you ever have any run-ins with Vince McMahon at all?
No, I wish I'd love to meet him. Like when I am around the traveling city and hanging out with Jen, and it's time for dinner, he insists that she brings him his meal every day. But she does that. That's like a solo shot. You don't go in there and fucking. I couldn't just go in there and
Or
fucking
just follow her?
Hey man, how's it going? Like, send me in there with this.
Who the hell is this?
He just goes straight Mr. McMahon on your ass.
I still think that'd be a fucking hilarious visual to see Todd walking in with like a steak on a fucking platter going, here you go, Mr. McMahon.
Yeah. Well, I heard he likes what's the word? Like dry spaghetti or dry noodles and freaking like dry ass
uncooked?
chicken. No, no sauce.
Yeah, what do they call that?
Oh,
Al dente?
yeah, but I think undressed is like what
Yeah,
they
something
talk-
like
yeah.
that. That's what I heard. He likes just basically some plain ass fucking food like just chicken and pasta.
Well, I mean,
But
the
with
guy's
no
worth like
anything.
fucking $900 billion by now.
It's
Yeah,
like those
and
people that
He's still in shape, man. He's cut. What is he, fucking 75 or 70 or something?
he's in. Yeah, you think he's in his early 70s, but
He's
yeah,
in his
he's still
70s.
freaking jacked as fuck.
He could definitely
Yeah,
whoop
he
my
still,
ass.
Still wrestles sometimes.
Yeah. So, you were at
Oh,
SmackDown.
that guy.
You were at SmackDown a few weeks ago in Toledo, right?
I was.
In Toledo, where?
Toledo, Ohio, the
That's-
Glass City.
There we go. That was the day that that Big Cass was released, man. Were you backstage at all that day?
That day. Yeah.
Was it?
Crazy. Jen didn't even. No, I didn't get backstage. I got there late because I had to work that fucking day. And me and a couple of clowns I know, we fucking slipped in there and great seats. And then Jen came out and hung out, and she goes, "Wow, Vince is in a really bad mood today." I go, "Yeah, they fired Cass today." And she's like, "What? What?"
She didn't even know?
I go, no, she didn't even know.
Oh, well, it's not that's kind of understandable.
Well, I mean, you figure it's going to be like any other workplace.
but
If
she's
it's
probably too busy, getting
Yeah,
shit
that's
ready, doing her job.
Yeah, and but she, I'll say, "Hey, who's is such and such cool?" Let me just throw in for an example. Is Bray Wyatt cool? Is he a cool guy? And she'll go, "Bray Wyatt. Do you mean Wyndham or Jeremy or like?" She always says their real names. She goes, I don't know their ring names.
Oh,
I only know them by their real names. I was like, whatever. You know all that shit.
So she's not a mark, is what you're saying?
But it's funny that they act like fucking. They act like the wrestlers when they're around her, they act like like when you have like not totally small little puppies, but like dogs that like really young dogs, and you come home and they're just like, yeah, dad's home. Feed us, give us the toys. What's up with this? What's up with that? That's how all the wrestlers act around her, because she hides like Red Bulls over here for like this dude and these couple dudes, and hides like monsters over in this area for these other dudes, and little special treats that these little cans of Coca-Cola that they sneak in. It's funny.
So
funny.
So you brought it up, so I'll ask you: Is Bray Wyatt cool?
Yes. Well, I don't know. You mean Wyndham? I don't know who. But
Well, that was the other part of the whole Punk thing that was part of it was brought up earlier. Is that we know you're friends with Bray Wyatt as well.
Yeah, he's cool as shit. He's super cool, and he's a big metalhead. And yeah, he's we've got pictures. He's done some like promo pictures with us with our band shirt. And one of them, he's wearing a mobile Deathcamp shirt. He's got his arms stretched out, and he's standing in front of a new Jeep. I was like, that is a fucking Toledo picture.
The Jeep
Awesome.
plant, yo.
I just watched him beat his brother's ass the other night, and then they won.
Oh, you're talking about
I've been telling you.
Bo
I've
Wyatt?
been telling you the whole time. Like, I think fucking Bo Dallas is a great wrestler, man.
Oh God.
I see. That's the thing. Like, I agree. I like Bo Dallas as a wrestler. I hate his fucking character, but he's a fucking solid ass wrestler. And it's the same with Curtis Axel. He's a solid fucking wrestler too.
Yep. But they're man. They just I don't know. And I love the Miz, but the Miz Taraj was that was a big fart. I thought.
Yeah. I mean,
but the B team, I'll say this: the B team has grown on me a lot more now.
they're making chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Yeah.
Because that could be a career killing gimmick.
Well, look at what it did with Damian Sandow.
Well, yeah, when they teamed up Sandow and Axel and they did the frickin' Hogan and Macho Man.
Oh, the meta powers.
Yeah.
Brother.
Sandow, that's the guy. That was the other guy that was a big metalhead that went. He went to. It wasn't WC. Was it WCW?
No, TNA.
TNA. That's right. Fuck. He went to TNA, and then he got fucking really hot for a minute, and then I don't know what happened to him. I just stopped watching it.
Then he retired.
Yeah, I've seen like one thing of him, and it's just a picture of him without his beard. Which
Yeah,
is
like the bottom dropped out on him.
Unfucking
real quick.
recognizable without his beard.
It was
No,
fucking crazy.
Vince bought up and strung out everything.
Vince owns the chair that I'm sitting on.
So
they're pushing the fucking XFL again.
yeah, I think we kind of vaguely mentioned how much she's like. Wasn't it like $500,000 she's dumping into that?
500 million.
Or $500 million. That's
Half
right.
a billion. He's
So
put
500 million
into it.
So I'm like thinking 500,000. That seems.
But you know what? When it came out in what 2000, 2001, whenever
2001.
it wasn't bad. It was not bad.
It was rough around the edges, but
and I'm
it
not
was
a football fan.
Yeah, it was rough around the
wasn't
edges,
as
but
bad as it wasn't as bad as everybody had thought or hoped.
it had more potential if they'd have just kind of sat down and hashed everything out a little bit more.
Anything that Jesse Ventura is commentating on, I'm all for it.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, excellent.
For some reason, the freaking bench press thing with wasn't it Dino Bravo at the first Royal Rumble?
Oh my God!
You're
No, it
going
wasn't.
way
It
too
wasn't Dino
far back.
Bravo. He was with big ass fuck. Well, everybody was all roided out, but he was with Frenchie.
Yeah, that was Dino Bravo.
That was Dino Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I guess it was like obviously fucking work the whole deal, but Jesse Ventura's getting mad. Everybody needs to quiet down. This is a dangerous thing he's about to do.
Or you remember the pose down between Rick Rude and the Ultimate Warrior? I think at Royal Rumble like '89 or some shit. Where that's all it was. The whole match was just them fucking posing.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was
so awesome.
Horrible.
Rick Rude.
Ravishing.
So have you, besides Bray Wyatt and CM Punk, have you made any friends or acquaintances with any other wrestlers?
Sandow, I was getting to be buzzed with him a little bit. Bray Wyatt, Punk. So one day we were in there having lunch, and I was sitting next to Bray Wyatt, and right across from me was Smeagol, not Smeagol. What's the fucking
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Smeagol was Ryback.
Oh shit!
And then it was Ryback, Neville, and Strowman was right across from me.
He's calling Neville fucking Gollum, dude.
Well, he's the fucking the man that gravity forgot or whatever.
He's the man that everybody else forgot at this point too.
Yeah, it was,
yeah. And then he went 205 jive, and then he went. I don't know. What is he? $170 or something, or $160?
He took off.
He's a little guy, man, but he's in amazing shape.
Oh, hell
does
yeah.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, I was telling Jake, I think it was maybe on one of the first attempts at the debut episode that I think it was the first. Yeah, it was the first house show I went to in Fresno. It was Kane, Neville, and who was the third one? Another big ass dude. I can't remember who it was. So basically, it was like two giant ass guys and a fucking tiny guy. Oh no, I take that back. It was Kane and Neville versus fucking Harper and Rowan. So you had this little tiny ass dude.
So you got all the dads fighting and the one little kid joining into the fray.
Basically,
Yeah.
That shit was kind of funny. But
was he kicking them in the shin?
that's pretty much the majority of his defense was like, midsection punches and leg kicks.
You got to cut him down to size, brother.
Gotta chop the tree down, brother.
Neville's doing some dangerous stuff out there. When you did your Jesse impersonation, man, and his name's Jesse. The guy that's booking our band now, his name is Jesse, and he's from Minnesota, and he sounds like that.
You know what's even funnier is Jason's from
awesome.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
So I was in like sixth or seventh grade when fucking Jesse Ventura was our governor. That was fun. He got made fun of a lot.
Minnesota.
Kind of about an hour and a half north of the Twin Cities.
Yeah. St. Cloud.
A little bit more east of there, but yeah,
That's where our booking guy's from, St. Cloud.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah, what's funny is we've got someone from Minnesota speaking and conducting a podcast with someone from Toledo, Ohio, with someone on the phone who is in Toledo, Ohio. And
I'm actually not in Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. You're in Michigan.
I'm in Temperance, Michigan.
All right. I stand corrected.
Michigan.
And yet this
It's
whole
the
thing...
Michigan suburb of Toledo, Ohio.
Well, it fucking counts then.
There are state lines, sir. There are different rules, different governors, different...
It's funny, though, like, kind of on subject but off subject. You could always tell the wrestlers that were born and raised in Minnesota, like Hawk. And,
because of the accent?
Yeah, and Rick Rude and the Hennings, because they always had, like, you could faintly hear it, but they had the long O.
Don't you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You betcha. Yeah, Hawk definitely. Oh, Ventura definitely had it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Gorilla.
I'll carry the long O, though, sometimes. That's an upper Midwestern thing. There's a big mix of weird Midwestern accents. people go, "Oh God, are you from Cleveland?" I said, "No, man, Cleveland, Jesus." But I was gonna say, so the Minnesota thing, like we were out on tour one time, and there was a band called I can't remember the call. The one guy's from St. Paul though, and he was like, he goes, "God, I was watching Cops." He goes, and they had something happened in Minnesota. He goes, "Oh God, I was laughing so hard." He goes, the person on the thing was like, he goes, "Oh, gee, I'm in an accident here." They go, "Oh, gee, what's the problem?" He goes, "Oh, hey, I'm in the river." I was like, "You're in the river? I'm in my truck." "Oh, holy buckets! What's your truck doing in the river?"
It's funny because like that's what I grew up around. Because like it's kind of like the very southern like country accent. Like, "Oh, talk like this," real thick. Well, the more rural you go in Minnesota, the thicker that accent gets. And my whole family talks like that. Oh, cripes, don't you know?
I think that may be why they never give Lesnar an actual mic.
He's got it, but he's actually I think he's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah, I think he is from South Dakota.
I wish he would go back to it, man.
But now he's living up in Canada.
I think he only knows. They don't give him a microphone because he only knows like he's the equivalent of like what reptiles know. Sleep, eat, food, reproduce.
Well, when you give him a microphone, you get that something like that promo that he cut on freaking
on Cena
on DC. No, at that UFC event over the weekend.
Motherfucker,
I'm coming for you, motherfucker. That's a really shitty Brock Lesnar impression, but.
Well,
yeah, I mean, he doesn't have like a big mean voice either.
No,
it's really high pitched.
He's got like an adolescent voice, dude.
Yeah,
like a kid.
He would fucking.
"Hey, I'm coming to kick your ass, motherfucker." Oh yeah, okay.
I understand you're as tall.
Then you see him, you go, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he's as big as a fucking building.
We used to play this place. We used to play this place called Studio 4, and then it was also called the Lab, and it was in St. Paul, Minnesota, and there was Brock Lesnar sightings there all the time for metal shows. Like, he's a metalhead, and they said he would get in the pit.
Oh fuck!
And I was just like, "I fucking can't believe it." I wouldn't go anywhere near that fucking pit if he was in the. Can you imagine?
I don't know if I'd want to go anywhere near the building.
It'd be the one-man mosh pit, pretty much, man.
You have to be one-man gang.
Because the dude's built like a brick shithouse, man. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Like, he's got a glass chin, and, like, he can't survive in the UFC for what that is, but, in the street or in a bar, he's going to kill you. You know?
That fight, I'm actually kind of looking forward to that fight against DC, though. I'm curious to see if he's fallen off at all because, well, then again, he's had a lot of time off lately.
Yeah, I mean, jeez.
He hasn't been seen on WWE TV since, like, what, WrestleMania? No, the Greatest Royal Rumble, which was, what, 3 weeks after WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Well, he's not due for another month and a half then.
Actually, he's not. He's only got two more appearances, and from what I'm reading, it's going to be SummerSlam and the Raw after SummerSlam.
Jeez.
So, again, I feel like putting shit up on the side of milk cartons that's with just a universal title on it. Have you seen this belt?
Yeah.
Can you bring it back?
Have you seen me?
I should have saw that one coming, man. I should have saw that one coming. You got anything you want to say in closing to anyone?
In closing, thanks. I mean, I appreciate you guys bringing me on. But big fun, big us, big million.
Yes.
And the Jaybird. Well, that's what I like. I like to say anyway.
Hey, do you got any sponsors or endorsements you need to talk about before we let you go?
Actually, I just signed up with the Orange Amplifier people.
Fuck yeah.
So, little shout out to the Orange people. Legendary British amplifiers. and Reverend Guitars, awesome. That's about all. Got a Lazy American Worker show coming up next week on the 18th at Frankie's in Toledo. We're opening for DOA, legendary DOA.
Nice.
Not the you spin me right round, baby. Right
No, like the
round.
old school hardcore punk band.
Yeah, from British Columbia.
Under the overpass. That's DOA, right?
Yeah.
No, that's DRI. Fuck.
Oh shit, that's what I'm fucking thinking of. Because he said DOA, and I was thinking of the No Effect song 13 Stitches.
Well, he said
It's
DOA.
just DRI and Millions of Dead Cops.
I'm thinking of
band.
fucking
No, that's MDC.
Yeah.
Millions of Dead Cops.
MDC. Not to be confused with MD, Mobile Death Camp.
MD Doctor. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to do a little fucking wipe check on my arse and powder it up, then hit the sack, man. Thanks for bringing me on, man. I'll see you guys again soon then, hey?
Thanks for being on, man.
All right, yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, holy buckets. Holy buckets, Jay. Have a good night there.
Oh, yeah, you betcha. I'm going to have a pop and a smoke.
A pop. Holy
right.
shit.
Cheers, brothers.
All right,
Take it
later.
easy, man.
Have you ever wanted to make your own e-liquid or even make your own candy? Check out gremlindiy.com, where you can find over 1,000 different flavors to tweak your e-juice or candy recipes to how you like them. Whether you want to make apple cinnamon cheesecake, grape bubblegum tobacco, or strawberry mint sugar cookie, you can find everything you need at gremlindiy.com. You can even get your favorite Gremlin one-shots to adjust the original Gremlin juice mixes to your preference. With Gremlin DIY's massive selection of flavors, the possibilities are endless. Wrestling Still Rules listeners can use the promo code WSR for an exclusive discount when ordering. GremlinDIY.com is your store. They just run it. All right, well, that was our guest, Todd Evans from Mobile Death Camp. I'm not going to lie, man, that was pretty fucking fun.
I know I've said I nearly pissed myself before talking about The Undertaker, but I laughed so fucking hard I nearly pissed myself a couple different times tonight.
Oh, I haven't laughed like that since I was a little girl. Anyways. All right, so this week, we're not going to do the news because, I mean, every week it seems like that it's more and more, rumor and innuendo. So,
God, I hate that.
it seems like it's a lot of rumor and speculation and allegations and all this crap. So
not only that, by the time we get to actually put it out on the show, it's old news by the time we put it out. It'd be like, oh yeah, you remember when that happened last week?
Yeah. So I mean, for the most part, unless there's something pressing that comes out day of.
Unless Chris Benoit kills his family again. I did it, bitches. Who wants to walk with Big Million? Not Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
I'll do it again, too. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. So anyways, so unless it's something breaking that comes out that day, like the day we record, which would be Fridays usually, we're just going to really not going to do the news from here on out because it also helps save time too on the show. So anywho,
yeah, we have a habit of running long anyway.
Yeah,
because when we first started, it was only supposed to be an hour.
Yeah,
and our first episode is almost 2 hours.
And now we've kind of settled into about hour 15, hour 20.
Yeah, like
in there.
90 minutes is top of the ceiling for us.
Because, I mean, once you get past the hour and a half, past even 2 hour mark, it becomes a fucking chore.
Yeah, it does.
Seems familiar.
I don't know.
Seems like something else in the wrestling world.
It happens on a Monday, right?
I don't know. It's some TV show. I don't know. Anyways. So, all right, we're going to...
Chris knows best, right?
Yeah, right. So, anyways, we're going to get into the Extreme Rules pay-per-view match card breakdown.
And there's not a whole lot of extreme matches for it being Extreme Rules.
I guess the only thing extreme about this pay-per-view is the name, which, honestly, really, it's just an excuse to give the Attitude Era fans something somewhere in the realm of some semblance to the Attitude Era.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I think the whole thing was created just kind of like a throwback to ECW.
And it's not. Like,
Never
last year
has
was
been.
such a disappointment because I think last year's Extreme Rules was the one where, like, you had Dean Ambrose was given all these weapons. Like, he was given a chainsaw by Terry Funk, and he was given a barbed wire bat by Mick Foley, and the frickin' Singapore cane from, I think, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, that would have been a dreamer
And,
thing.
I mean, and that match was such a letdown because, like the WWE's current policy is, there's no blood, so it's like you're going to
who
have a
was the match
hardcore
against?
/ Extreme Rules match. Huh?
Who was the match against?
I don't even fucking remember now.
I remember all the shit you're saying. I don't remember the match at all, man. And while we're at it, I miss Dean Ambrose. And from the news quote unquote reports that I'm reading,
Yeah.
he won't be back until we're looking at like September.
Yeah. And I mean, I saw that Goldust is out.
Yeah,
He had surgery on his knees, so
and
which
think
bums
that's
me
gonna
out
be it.
because like I was kind of a fan during the Attitude Era, but I really became a fan when he came back.
Yeah.
You know, when he teamed up with Cody, and like I was watching it, I was like, when the fuck did I think I texted you and said, when the fuck did Goldust get good? Because I was watching this like just blown away. But he's always been a good worker. But,
Yeah, he has. I remember him being the natural Dustin Rhodes. But what the hell was I gonna say? Oh, when he came back and had the Darth Maul face paint.
yeah.
That's when I was
cool
like,
as fuck.
fuck
And I
it,
think
I like this Gold Dust.
I think we brought that up before. Maybe I don't remember if it was actually in an episode or if it was one of the.
It was
the
probably just
first
you
attempts.
and I talking shit back
Yeah.
and forth.
I know it got. Anyways, so all right, let's get into this fucking shit.
And this is in no particular order.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, just like with the Money in the Bank match card rundown, we don't know exactly what order these matches are in. Okay. First on our list, Alexa Bliss, who is the Raw Women's Champion, versus Nia Jax. Because, of course, Nia gets her rematch, naturally, since, it's an Extreme Rules match, the only one on the card for the Raw Women's Championship.
The only thing I see happening, this is my prediction, and I don't know when that fucking 30-day suspension is up. But since it's an Extreme Rules match,
Yes.
I see Rousey coming back.
Yeah, so I don't think it's false count anywhere, but it's no holds barred, and I'm assuming no DQ.
It's Extreme Rules. There's no
Yeah,
other.
it's
You
Extreme
can't
Rules.
DQ.
So, yeah, I do see that happening, that Ronda Rousey getting involved since Alexa Bliss got involved and possibly cost Ronda the fucking championship at Money in the Bank. So, yeah, I see that makes complete sense. Yeah, it's a little fantasy booking, but come on.
That's a lot of rooted in reality.
Yeah, you can
fantasy
see
booking.
it's ceases to be fantasy booking when it's an obvious fucking thing.
Right.
So, all right, so we'll move on from that one. AJ Styles, the WWE champion, versus Rusev.
There's a lot of fucking sighs and
At least
groans
it's-
in this
hey.
episode.
At least it's not Shinsuke, man.
yeah.
At least they moved on from that.
Yeah. I think, Rusev got himself over with this whole Rusev Day thing. I mean, he was over before, but now he actually, had crowd response behind him big time. But I do not in any way, shape, or form see them putting a title on him. Especially to
they're
take
just-
it away from AJ Styles. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I see them putting the reason they put him in this match as a means to please the fans. Just kind of basically like dangling that fucking carrot or donut or whatever, and then taking it away by having AJ retain. It would be nice to see actually AJ retain against someone other than Shinsuke Nakamura.
I'm waiting for, and you know, it's going to lead into Daniel Bryan and The Miz, but I really want to see AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
The
So
Raw Tag Team Champions.
I don't know. Oh, okay. So for the Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, who do you got?
Uh,
I'm probably gonna say Alexa retains.
Yep.
And then it goes into Alexa versus Ronda. That just makes sense.
Yeah, and like I
For
said
SummerSlam.
before, Alexa is the female Roman Reigns, so I don't.
Yeah. I mean, she has her moments where she's pretty good, but she also has her glaring flaws too. And then AJ Styles versus Rusev. We just said that AJ Styles retains. All right, let's get back on track.
Deleter of Worlds versus the B Team for the Raw Tag Team Championship. So you've got Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus Curtis Hardy and Bo Wyatt.
You know what? So Bray Wyatt just had that car wreck. Now I'm gonna be for 100% transparency here. I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown recently. I just don't have time to even run through it fast forward style. But I noticed he has been on TV. But see, that's one thing. Like with Andre the Giant, when he was getting to the point where he was in really bad shape, they put him in nothing but tag matches, so then that way he wouldn't have to work as much. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing something similar with Bray, but if that's the case, I could see them, ending this feud by dropping the titles to the B Team.
I don't think it would end the feud though.
It probably wouldn't, but it wouldn't surprise me if they dropped the titles to the B Team. So, yeah, I'm probably going to say the B Team, though I might be wrong. It's 50-50 shot.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They don't have the money
Half
in
of
the
one,
bank.
50% of the other.
Yeah. Do you think a Money in the Bank fucking briefcase could be used on the tag titles?
You know what? I think Braun and Nicholas are going to
Oh.
are gonna make a run in.
Fuck.
All right.
That.
So I'm saying B Team.
I'm saying Deleter of Worlds retains.
All right. All right. Next match: Carmella, SmackDown Women's Championship, yawn, versus Asuka. They're going for the belt with James Ellsworth in a shark cage. Now, this is a paper shark cage actually in the water, right? With a bunch of hungry great whites. Is that because that's what I want?
No, I said it last week when I introduced you that you're the president of the James Ellsworth fan club, and I also know you're the founder. Why you got to do this, man? Why just embrace it?
I refuse.
Embrace it. You know, I kind of like Carmella as a chicken shit heel.
She does a lot of the good heel runaway, stalling bullshit, but as far as actual work,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd like to see Asuka get it just because ever since her streak was gone, it was like, I don't want to say the magic was gone, but there was a certain special aspect to her that's not there anymore.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they have Carmella beating Asuka, but at the same time, if you think about it, she didn't technically beat Asuka clean at Money in the Bank because of the James Ellsworth, distraction, look at me, I have no chin and weird fucking blonde hair and offspring tattoos, So I'm hoping for Asuka taking it, just because, to me it'll be a fuck you to the goddamn Carmella fans. Because I'm sick of hearing Mella's money. Mella is so money. What the fuck does that even mean, man? She's not money. She's a person. She's a woman.
You know who I think is going to win this match? Doink the Clown.
Agreed. No, you know what? You know who's really going to win this match? The WWE Universe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, moving on. The Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell, maybe? SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Is there really any...
I don't know why they're calling him Team Hell No when
He says yes.
when he says yes.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. That's
it
why I
should
call
be
it Team Maybe.
Hell yes.
Team Maybe. Hell
Team-
Maybe? Maybe?
Well,
Possibly?
we know which ways this one's going to go, man. This is so
Oh,
obvious.
yeah, it's so goddamn obvious.
So obvious that
Yeah, I mean,
they reunited one
the
of the most
Usos
popular...
are going to run in and steal the titles, right?
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
wait. Oh, okay. No, yeah,
Accompanied
I
to
see
the-
it going on Team Hell
Accompanied
No.
to the ring by Doink, too.
Yeah, right? Doink and Dank, man.
So,
I love
yeah,
the theme
we
music,
know
actually.
Team Hell No is going to fucking win this
Yeah,
one.
it's a given.
Ziggler versus Rollins in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, here's my problem. An Iron Man match is a fucking hour. Not 30 minutes.
See.
It's an hour.
See?
So this is just pissing me off, number one, because you're representing it as something that it's not.
Duh.
Because fucking everybody can do it. Okay, let me rephrase. Everybody on the roster right now can do a half hour.
When you had Ric Flair back in the day doing hour-long Broadways 7 days a
shit.
week and twice on Sunday, and you're calling a 30-minute Iron Man match, fuck off. That's so fucking stupid.
Woo! Woo! You're going to drive my dog nuts. She'll start howling, dude. So, yeah, I'm going for Ziggler, man. Just because.
Yeah, I'd like to see him retain.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, he busts his ass. Again, another one who's... I mean, he really hasn't changed his character up a whole lot. There was, he did work kind of heel and face and heel and all that. But at the same time, he really hasn't fallen off. And then plus he's pushing. He's like the Miz, man, in a way. He fucking just keeps plugging along.
Yeah, and always like right here, like right knocking at the door to the main event scene. And they just won't let him in. The Miz is fucking by far right now one of the best potential candidates for WWE champion.
Now, all that being said, I did see some people are expecting Drew McIntyre to turn on Dolph.
But this quick?
Well, turn on him and feud with Dolph for the IC title. New HBK and Diesel.
That comparison to HBK's been there since he came out, though,
He
man.
wears the same fucking boots.
That's-
And he's got like the HBK style fucking tights now.
Yeah. I don't care.
But no, it doesn't bother me at all. But I'm just saying.
I like HBK 2.0.
But I mean, given the fact that Drew McIntyre is like twice the size he was when he fucking left.
Yeah, not to mention that he's like fucking 7'6".
He's
That's a
fucking
big
humongous.
motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I don't remember him being that fucking
Me
huge.
neither. With 3MB, man.
Same
it was
with
like,
freaking Jinder. I don't remember him being that fucking tall.
is he tall?
Yeah, he's like Orton size, dude. Like 6'4", 6'5", somewhere in there.
God damn.
Fucking one of Drew McIntyre's thighs is like both of mine together. Like he's fucking humongous.
And you know what's even worse is all these motherfuckers are younger than us.
Yeah.
Like
That
Daniel
sucks.
Bryan is younger than me and can grow a beard that's fucking 900 times better than anything I can grow.
Yeah.
It bothers me. Bothers me.
But yeah, I mean, I can kind of see it going this way. Ziggler retains, and then McIntyre kind of turns on him. Or somehow Drew McIntyre costs. I can't fucking talk, man. I, for some reason, wanted to say causes, but I said
That's one of the
costs.
most important things we're doing right now is talking, man.
Yeah, I know.
You got to get that shit together.
I know say words good.
You need to get more better.
Ziggler
Ziggler retains.
retains. Okay, anyways, moving on. Snooze. Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley.
I don't
I
have
think-
a prediction because I don't care.
I'm guessing this one's going to go probably 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, it's an
going to be
Iron Man
another
match.
Iron Man match, apparently.
Fuck.
So I should have plenty of time to go take a nice meaty shit.
Well, you can do what I did for the last.
Could take a
pay-per-view.
nice Roman Reigns and wipe my Bobby Lashley. Ooh, I just realized what I said as the words were leaving my mouth. I'm like, he's aight.
I think having Todd on the show earlier fucked us for laughing for the rest.
You know
of
what?
The show.
Maybe it was a good thing because it loosened us up to make more jokes.
Oh my god!
If that was in bad taste, let us know.
I
WSR
don't care.
podcast at gmail.com, and we'll tell you we don't care.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking love it or hate it.
Because you got
Even
two
if you
mediocre wrestlers going against each other, and it's going to be another Reigns and Mahal where the crowd is going to take over the fucking match, and you're going to have a bunch of pissed off fucking B34 Bingo Hall, former Bingo Hall wrestlers pissed off, saying, "Oh, if we'd have done that, there'd be fans getting their asses kicked."
Now that's the one where I actually would like to see Doink the Clown in this match.
So yeah,
I could get behind that.
Next week, when we do the recap, the Extreme Rules recap, I'll probably have another list of crowd chants, just like I did at Money in the Bank. And odds are, if I were a betting man, I would say the Deleter of Worlds versus the B Team is going to be on the pre-show, and Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley is going to be somewhere in the middle on the main show.
I bet you anything it goes on right before. Now let's say
Co-main event.
Yeah, let's say that AJ Styles and Rusev is going to close the show. Reigns is going to be right before it.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
So
Okay, we still got a couple more matches.
Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Champion.
You know what? I take back what I said. This is going to be the one that ends up on the fucking pre-show.
You think so?
I have a good feeling.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking maybe Balor and Corbin on the pre-show.
See, it's hard to say because you don't really know until you actually watch the thing because they never, I don't know, maybe someone like Meltzer or someone like that has the inside fucking scoop. But
My sources tell me.
our sources tell us nothing because we don't have sources. Maybe we could ask Jen. Maybe she'd know.
I'll send her a message on Facebook. Hey, man, you got any of them match layouts?
She's our
around?
insider.
Yeah, I've said maybe like in passing on Facebook. Hi, I saw you in that the Occupy Raw, the Daniel Bryan thing where they all took over the ring. She's in that segment, and
Oh yeah.
I saw her. I told her, I'm like, I fucking saw you in the ring with Daniel Bryan. She's like, oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, I bet you most of the people in that ring were fucking from the backstage area,
Yeah, well, I mean, there were a
like
few
ring
of the
crew and truck drivers. and
like
shit.
sign guy was on there, the red hat, fucking blue shirt guy, the sign guy, and I'm sure Frank the Clown was in there somewhere too. But like I like me and her are friends on Facebook, so I remember from we talked about this 2 weeks ago, SummerSlam 2016. She uploaded video of Finn Balor's entrance, and she just puts, "I feel like I'm at a new metal concert." Because it's just the red lights and the smoke and the fucking music and all that shit. And I'm like, hey, man, I don't like a lot of new metal, but I like that Finn Balor theme. That was my ringtone for the longest fucking time.
Yeah.
So anyway, U.S. title match.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting off track. Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
This is another one I really don't care about, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Call me jaded. Call me
a shill.
yeah, that too.
Hardy retains. I don't know. I could see them putting it on Nakamura, if nothing more than to give him some sort of belt, since they didn't give him the WWE Championship.
Thank God.
So, but yeah. So I'm gonna go with Nakamura.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
That sounds
Next
good.
match: Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin.
Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor. Sorry.
Don't even really need to discuss.
Sorry, Corbin Dallas.
A nice fucking
When I
callback.
listened back to the first episode.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I kept hearing it like Corbin Dallas, Corbin. I'm like, fuck. God damn it. All right.
Didn't you fuck up Xavier Woods too? What?
I call him Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, that was.
And I figured it out like as I was listening. I'm like, where the fuck did I know that name from? It's the name of I believe he's a defensive
player.
back for the Minnesota Vikings. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, for me, I would have fucking called him Charles Xavier.
Yeah. Okay, next match. So, Finn Balor. Next match, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. A salad steel cage match, as they say on the Pritchard Show.
Salad steel.
Salad steel cage, because I think someone fucked up on commentary and called it a salad steel cage.
Oh, instead of solid steel.
In a steel cage match.
You know, I'd love to say I think Owens is gonna win, but
I'd love for them to bring back the old school blue cage.
yeah, dude. Leave the fucking chain link for like Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I love that old cage because you can actually see what's going on in the ring and it translates better to HD.
Yeah.
The chain link shit, not at all.
Hard to see through.
Yeah. So they've been really fucking picking on Kevin Owens, dude. So you got to hand it to him, like that. I don't know. I wonder if he pissed someone off.
Well, you can't really say that because he's still in like a top tier program. He's still getting a lot of fucking airtime. So it's not like he's being punished or anything. They have to do something to fill time that would have normally been allotted to their champion.
Yeah.
Where the Don't get me started. We've talked too much about Brock Lesnar tonight, and I really don't want to spend any more time on the subject because
I'm not gonna. Not even gonna bring it up.
It's too late, man. I'm already all fucking.
Yeah,
heated
we've
and
brought
pissed
it up
off.
on
every
just about
episode.
every episode.
We didn't
So-
last week, did we?
Yeah,
Fuck.
we brought it up because Eric Bischoff. Anyways, so it got brought up again, and we fucking brought it up during the interview too. I just realized that. Anyways,
Well, you know what though? Todd's the same mindset as us when it comes to the fucking champion needs to be there. I remember chatting back and forth with him during WrestleMania, and he's both like, I was just like, I'm over it. I'm tired of it. And he goes, I thought he was going to UFC.
You know, something just occurred to me. So you remember how they mentioned, or how if you watch the video, the Brock Lesnar DC video,
Yeah, I saw.
where DC kind of calls him out, and he comes in.
And it was very, very, very fucking WWE.
Oh yeah, it was very promo, very
Yeah.
scripted. For some reason, I don't know why, but I just got the sneaking suspicion that that's how that's going to happen at the end of this Braun Strowman Kevin Owens match. That Braun Strowman's going to win. So that's my pick is Strowman.
Well, yeah.
And then he's going to call out Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's going to come out. Or I take that back. Heyman is going to come out. Now we're doing something we said we wouldn't do. It was just fantasy booking, but I can kind of see this happening. But Heyman comes out, says, "Oh, you match and stuff and SummerSlamming."
The whole speculation that I read is that SummerSlam, Lesnar's opponent will either be Reigns or Lashley.
Oh shit, that's right. That's what that singles match is for, isn't it? To determine who faces Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Idea.
The Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. I'm pretty sure that's
no
what I saw.
idea, man. It's been so hard for me to watch Raw lately to where I just like read the results and the cliff notes of the shit that's happening.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's not even happening, dude. This shit is nothing but crapping.
Yep.
Now, we were both wrong because if you look at the last match listed here, because we both already said Strowman. No, it's a tables match. Never mind. This will not be on the pre-show, but it might be on the pre-show.
It might be the. If it is on
match.
the main show, it's going to be the opener.
I could see this being on the pre-show, though, but not because it's a tables match, but New Day versus Sanity. And obviously it's going to be a 6-man tag team tables match.
I'm not looking forward to this because there's going to be the fucking...
Wait a minute, do that again. Doink the clown. Doink the clown.
That's fucking great.
I was even doing the hip swivel in the chair.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, fuck.
And then the pancakes, probably come out with pancakes and,
Where's the Miz at on this, man? Why does he not have a match on this fucking show?
Because... See, what did he do at Money in the Bank? I don't remember.
He was in the Money in the Bank match.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then it just seems like he's been fucking playing around with the New Day.
Ms. and Mrs., man.
I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shizit?
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I might give a shizit next week.
Nizek, Wizik.
That's right. So
hinting.
We're done with Extreme Rules.
Okay, yeah. Fuck it. I guess
Yeah,
probably New Day because they're going to bury Sanity because they brought him up to the main roster. Okay. So Nizek, Wizik, Wizzy, his ass.
Keep going.
Gizest. Vizzy. Wizun. I'm having a hard time with this.
Yeah, I figured you would abandon it a long time ago.
Ozonly. Simbodi.
Next week, you couldn't even do it on.
Sizim Bizodi.
Next week,
You might appreciate this actually. That I gave it an honest effort, and I've never. This is my first time trying to do the Kizarni Spizik, but I think I did a pretty good job actually.
Because I would have gave up a long time ago.
So if you hadn't figured it out by now, next week, our guest, as long as we confirm, unless barring any unforeseen circumstances, next week our guest will be the one and only Sin Bodhi, also known or formerly known as, well, I guess I don't know. I heard he does from time to time Riz Essel as Kizarni.
I don't know.
But yeah, Sin Bodhi, a.k.a. Kizarni.
A.k.a. the Warlord of
Weird.
The owner and operator of Freak Show Wrestling.
Yes.
Bringing on the second Freak Show guest in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Which is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We're stoked to have him on the show.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if last week's episode was any indication, this one's going to be a fucking biggin'.
A biggin'?
A biggin'.
I believe the term I used last week was a goodin'.
A goodin'.
A goodin'.
You said goodin', I said biggin'.
You got to stick your bottom lip out when you say a goodin'.
A goodin'.
A biggin'. You say biggin', and it just reminds me of getting married with children, man.
You can't have any space between the words. It's good. You're gonna be good soon. So anyways.
Oh man.
Yep. So Simbodi next week. Wrestling Still Rules. And that's our show. You can check us out on Facebook. Facebook.com/Wrestling Still Rules. You can find us on Twitter at WSR Podcast 1. You can find me on Twitter at BDJ1985. Big Million is at Big Million.
Weird.
Yeah, fucking there's a stretch, man. If you listen to us on SoundCloud, give us a like and a follow. And, I mean, if you want to leave a comment, by all means. And if you listen to us on iTunes, which please do, leave a rating and review. Subscribe so you have you get the new episodes as soon as they come out. And we'll be back next week.
And this has been awesome.
Yay.